Wow, this is so much fun. All right, so say we wanted to do number 40 and 6.1. So we have two odd functions, right? F and g. And now we want to know whether the following functions are even or odd, right? So the following functions are h is f times g, m is f of g, and k is f minus g. So how do I start? What do you guys start with? To figure out if a function's even or odd. Uh-oh. There's only one place to start. Yeah, write out f of minus x, right? So what I know is that f and g are odd. That means that f of minus x is minus f of x. Okay. Black fact, blue fact. G of minus x is minus g of x. Yeah? Okay, so to do h, cool, yeah, so let's see that. There's a negative times a negative in that. So I want to look at h of minus x, right? And I really should have colored my fact a different color. Hereafter, call the fact that f is minus, call the fact that f is odd the red fact. Okay, so I'm going to start by considering h of minus x. I'm going to say h of minus x is f of minus x times g of minus x. Right? And then I'm going to say, okay, that's what? What do you use your red fact for?
H of negative x equals negative f of x.
Okay, so there's, right, f of minus x. Okay, so this piece, red fact, turns into minus f of x. You guys all see that? Then what am I gonna do here? I need to multiply that, right? By what?
Negative g of x.
Negative g of x using blue fact. You guys see that? Okay. Then Gabe says a negative times a negative is a what? Positive. So I get, flip both signs, right? What am I left with there? F of x times g of x, which is h, right? And so that this fact, right, that I started with h of minus x, and I found out that's h of x, means that h is even. You guys see that? Is that with or counter to your intuition?
It's with that intuition. Yeah.
Not for us. Is an odd number times an odd number even or odd? Yeah, they're odd. Who isn't odd?
No, it's like
Yeah, which is odd. Yeah, so odd numbers times odd numbers are still odd. So this maybe should run counter to our naming convention. Even and odd weren't actually the best choices here, right? By even, what I mean here is that h acts like an even power function, right? So don't try to use your number sense to do this. Remember, if we're talking about power functions. How do I do m? So m is f of g. So what do I want to consider? What do you start with?
Let's start with f.
You start with g of x, which is g of x.
What?
Because you look in the inside out, right?
So start by considering m of minus x, right? So m of minus x is f of g of minus x.
Yeah.
And then what do you use?
And then of course you do f and then
Okay, so you need to use the blue fact on g of minus x, right? Which is what? So I get
negative g of x.
f of negative g of x, right? And then I'm doing f to minus something, so what do I use? Yeah, use your red fact, right? F of minus things is minus F of regular things, right? So you replace this business with minus F of whatever you had in there, which is g of x in this case. And what's F of g of x? Yeah, that's the function m that you started with, right? So in the end here you get minus m of x. So what's your answer for this one?
Odd.
M is odd. Okay. Does that run with or counter to your intuition? Good.
For that.
Excellent point. You do not have intuition for that. You can't compose numbers. That doesn't make any sense. You guys see that? Like to do an even number to a, or to do an odd number to an odd number, I don't even know what it means to do numbers. You guys see that? So this is like an object that's outside my intuition because frankly I don't know how to do this in number land.
Is this on another plane somewhere?
Yeah, exactly. All right, so how about K, which is F minus G? Dump some of this stuff. So what do I consider first?
Yeah, negative.
Good, so start by considering K of negative x, which is F of
Negative x.
negative x minus G of negative x. Okay, then what?
Negative f of x.
Yeah, so
Minus g of x.
red fact this one, blue fact that one. You'll get minus f of x
Minus a minus.
minus g, which is plus g of x. Cool. Now what?
It's
It feels like neither, right? It's definitely, well, I don't know. It could be both, but only if both f and g are both.
So they're both zero.
Yeah, so if they're both 0, then k could be 0 too, right? Both is weird. Functions that are both even and odd are very strange. So I'll give you a clue. This is not neither. How close am I to what I started with? Like, how close is minus f plus g to f minus g? What's it off by? Yeah, it's off by -1 in both places, right?
So you just factor it out.
So if I factor a negative out, this is negative f of x minus g of x. You guys see that? That's what I started with. So this is minus k of x, right? So what's my answer?
Even. Wait, odd.
Yeah, this is odd.